Alright, I did some research in between this stopgap in time to see what I could possibly do to finish that final fight. I think I know what I need to do. It's just going to be very difficult to do it. Anyhow. No champions. Recruit some champions here. I'm going to gather a small force. And then we're going to head off to basically do what we need to do. To win. Small army right there, that's fine. He's out and about again, that's fine. He's probably going to get a bunch of Crusaders, which will suck, but whatever. Get that. We'll get those guys. Oh, the Griffin's right there, but whatever. There's a hero over there. I'll make a break for it. Alright, I got a good amount of champions. I actually persuaded some of these guys to join me, apparently. And we'll fight the rest of them. That's interesting, you can actually persuade the enemy's faction stuff now. Cool. So, I have a couple ideas for how I'm going to basically beat this now. And I'll get to that when we get to the fight, but for now we're just going to finish off these guys here. Sure. You guys can go this way. I don't really care about these guys, I can just go back to the garrison. There's that movement. Get these guys moving. I should be able to get this chapter done quickly now, I think, is what I'm saying. Oh, that bastard took that again. Oh well. We're gonna get that. Interesting, he's attacking these guys. Well, they're probably dead, but, you know, I don't really care about them, so that's alright. Do what damage they can before they go away. Maybe kill Squire. Or not. Anyhow, we're going to also recruit a few champions. We'll get over here. We'll get those guys mastering that stuff. Doesn't really matter. We're just going to go charge against this hero now. So here's the thing. These guys, I should try and slow them down. And this guy should try and pick off as quickly as possible if I can. So do that. You're gonna wait a little bit. Oh, you can't do anything. Alright, something I'm gonna do, if possible, I want to make those efforts not do much for against me, so... Or I can do this, never mind. Kill him. Without him out of the way, I'll be at least one nuisance out of the way, so that's why I'm doing that. You can go after them, I guess. It's gonna hurt to fight that thing, but whatever. Okay, I want to take out them. You can just guard yourself. We're gonna bind your wounds. Oh, I guess you're gonna go hit these guys in the face. You blocked that, but whatever, that's fine. Let's try and kill the Minotaurs of these guys. They're out of the way. So, something I can do, if I have it, is kind of slow. And this will possibly slow these guys down a little bit, so, you know, they're not going to get into combat as quickly. Let's go after him with you. That's fine. This is going much better than last time, I think. Chaos War is probably good to get. These guys are still all chaos, so we'll do that. Ow. Yeah, he's slow, so he's not going to get here in time to really be a threat. You can charge forward. It's actually going to help having 22 of those guys now. Let's go poke these guys. Kill the bandits. They're annoying. Alright, let's go with... Let's see here. That'll prevent him from doing any more damage. He's going to hurt regardless. I need to start getting these guys out of the way. We'll go with Defender. That damn hurts every single time. I think we're holding up pretty well. Because having an army actually helps a lot here, I think. So, I'll throw that out there. Having an army helps. Get them out of the way. Let's get a heal. Poke them some more. And finish him. Well, there we go. This scenario's done finally. Just took, finding some hints to basically get through it. In an act of justice, Lord Lysander placed the Sorcerer Maestro in the same cell where we found Sir Kitten. Although bruised and a bit undernourished, we found the sword-bearer alive. He was a broad-shouldered man of 60 years who still displayed some of the powers of his youth. His neat mustache was shot completely through with white, as was his bristle hair. Lysander presented a true Gryffindor blade to him with both hands, bowing to give both the sword-bearer and his sword due respect. Before Sir Kitten could take it, the set jumped into his arms and kissed him longingly. I turned away as they wept happily. Not only did it seem to be a private moment, but I also didn't want to be reminded that I had never been greeted in such a manner. When a couple's lips finally parted, Sir Kitten wrapped the woman in his big arms and held her close as he looked at the true Gryffindor blade. I cannot take it, sir, Kitten said. I have outlived the king and the queen. I swore that if I ever saw my wife again, I would renounce my title as sword-bearer so that we could live the remainder of our years together. We have been apart too long. More than 6 years, my love, the set said. 6 years too long. Lysander shifted uncomfortably. There must be a sword-bearer, Sir Kitten. Yes, Kitten replied. Let it be he who won the sword back from Maestro. It was that easy. Just like that, Lysander became the sword-bearer. He strapped the weapon across his back, where he would be safe, and then took Sir Ketten's hand in his own. I have but one more task for you before you retire, Sir Ketten. I need your help, and the help of your fair wife, Lysander said. And there we go! Well, that's a nice way to end that one, even though it was a little bit difficult there. This might be a very, very short episode, but whatever.
Sir Worton seized control of most of Peladro while Lysander was away. That worm had the strength of the entire country now. Our most powerful weapon against him, however, wasn't a sword, or a magical artifact, or even an army. It was the truth.
Alright, so... Wow, 4 heroes I can lose, and then I'll lose for good. That sucks. Defeat Worton hero to ensure safety of Peladra. Alright. And there's no carryover, because I think this is like the last one right here, so... Lysander returned to find Peladra in the middle of the Civil War. Worton and his supporters have conquered the capital and much of the kingdom. There is little resistance left. The good people of Peladra are on Lysander's side now. The Kitten and Tisset have announced that Worton is their son and not the rightful heir. Peladra's future now rests in Lysaner's hand. I have never doubted that Lord Lysander would defeat Worton and save Peladra, but recently I've worried in secret that something beyond his control might have caused his plans to turn sour. I know my concerns are groundless, especially now that Sir Kitten has joined us against his shameful son. Then we reached the border of Peladra and we found the kingdom in the middle of civil war. While we were off rescuing Sir Kitten, Worton had launched his attack and conquered most of the country, including the capital, Paladon. Sir Daymark, Peladra's regent, while the center was gone, had been defeated in battle and locked in prison. All seemed lost. As soon as we received word of Worton's victories, Lysander called a meeting of his advisors, Sir Kitten and Lady Tisset, Adamus, Profio, and even me. After relaying the details of Worton's success, Lysander stopped and looked upon us, each in turn, his face tense as he tried to control his anger. And that is what we face, Lysander said, through gritted teeth. Worton controls Paladin and 4 other strategic towns in the heart of Peladra. He's named himself King Worton Griffinheart, and has sent word to every community to swear fealty to him or suffer dire consequences. It took a long time for someone to break the silence. Unfortunately, Adamus said finally, I see no realistic diplomatic solution. It seems war is inevitable. I agree, Sir Kitten said. Profio and Tisset both nod. Then all eyes turned to me. Lysander asked, and what do you think, Milton? Me? Yes, you have been at my side every step of the way. You know this land and its people just as well as I. Peladra's in chaos. How do I heal it? I was glad to even be a part of this meeting, but to be asked to speak was unexpected. I had to say something, though, quick. I can't believe that all Peladra's abandoned you, my lord. We cannot be the only ones who send Sir Worton's lies, I said. What do you mean? Lysander asked. Well, as powerful as Sir Worton seems right now, he still doesn't possess the sort of support of all Peladra, and surely he would have more than five cities under his power. If you pass the word that Worton is not a Gryffindor blood, I wager that people would come to your aid rather than oppose you. The only likely reason they haven't joined Worton yet is because they're not wholly certain he's telling the truth. They have no proof. Brilliant, Squire Milton, Adamus commented. They don't act because they're afraid to make the wrong choice. Sir Kitten interrupted. I must apologize again, Lord Lysander, for my son's horrible behavior. I swear to you that Desette and I will remain at your side until we can mend the damage she has caused. As shameful as it is, I will shout from every tower that Worton is my flesh and blood, not King Griffinheart's. Desette took his husband's hand and leaned in close. They were always next to each other, often arm in arm. I felt the pang of longing in the pit of my stomach and looked away. After a moment of silence, Sorcerer seemed to come to a decision. He said, "We marched immediately to take Padre back from near Sipper. Amos and Profio left immediately, but I was still there when Sorcerer took the hands of Sir Ken and laid it in his own. I promise you," he said softly, that when the time comes, I will do my best to spare your son's life. People such as yourself should never feel the loss of two sons. Alright, well, who have I got with me? I got 6 heroes with me. Alright, fun. Gather up, heroes. Alright, there we go. We got that done. We'll get that. Crest of Valor. A bunch of colors there. In a final attempt to end the war before it began, Sir Kenton and Lady Sey composed a letter to their son. They warned him that he would soon be exposed, and begged him to surrender before more innocent people were killed. They were kind. They even offered him their love despite all the things he had done, and Sir Kenton apologized for not spending more time with him when he was young. When Desette finished reading the letter to Lord Sorcerer, she said, "We were hoping we could use one of your messengers to deliver this to our son in Paldrin." Sorcerer took the letter. "Of course, lady. In fact, my squire Milton will deliver it," Sorcerer said, handing me the parchment. I felt my muscles tense. Why me? Later, after Sir Kenton and Lady Desette were gone, Sorcerer sat down with me. He must have noticed my earlier surprise, because he immediately began to explain himself. "You'll travel under a truce flag, Milton. You should be safe. But when you deliver the letter to Worton, I want you to look into the eyes of his soldiers. Tell me how loyal they are. Tell me if they will fight to the death for this man. You're the only one I can trust to make this determination, Milton." "Thanks to you, my lord," I said. "I will do my best. I know." Alright, we'll get that. Hideous Mask. And here we go. We can see stuff. Alright, well that's done. We're gonna fight a battle over here. I got a bunch of squires to join me apparently. Potion of Luck. Get that stuff. There are no guards here, but the gate seems rusted shut. If you're the 3 potions of acid should do the trick. Those will lead through the gate and you should be able to pass. So I need to get myself a bunch of acid to basically get through there. Let's go this way. Ooh, I get a bunch of Nagas on my side. Alright, well, we're gonna wait these guys out a little bit and fire. That's done. You get to wait. Those are down. You get to wait. Why not? We'll have you do a little bit of melee. I feel like it. The melee begins! Squire goes up over there. You can go hit these guys, I guess. Go Nagas. That's done. Get the imp pit. The guys peek out the window and say, "Provide us with the proof of which you speak. Show us the real parents of King Worton, and maybe then we shall let you pass." He walks his cannon and lays it set announced themselves to the guards in the tower. Fortunately, there is a veteran commanding them, a man who has fought besides Kenton in many battles. The two men embrace. Soon the guards are convinced that Worton isn't their true king and apologize for supporting the scoundrel. Of course, you may pass through the tower at any time. Good, I can get through there. Alright, that's a very scary army over there, so I'm not going to worry about them. You know, I'm thinking about it, but we're going to switch out these guys, I think. I guess I don't have to move to basically move them, so that's the thing I'm just going to have to be content with, I guess. Go there, I guess. Luckily, the impeccable reputation of Sir Kenneth and Lady Set are enough to convince the people of Rasson Hill that Worton is not the rightful heir to the original throne, so they decided to join the cause against the usurper. Hooray, I got myself this place. Alright, let's start building this place up. We'll get City Hall in here. Oh, they're going to attack my Nagas because I moved them in too close. That's a bunch of peasants. That's unfortunate. Well, my Nagas are dead, so I just, just going to get them killed. I know I have 54 ballistas and 284 peasants to deal with over there. I lost count of how many times I was stopped by enemy patrols during my journey to Paladin. Each time I had to explain that I was delivering a message to Sir Worton himself. The first time I called Worton Sir, I got slapped across the jaw with a gauntlet hand. The blow drew blood. "That's King Griffinheart, traitor," the sorcerer said. As I'd been ordered, I stared into the man's eyes. Lawyer wasn't what was driving this man. He didn't even seem to be a proper soldier. No, he had hit me because he enjoyed violence. Were these the kind of thugs Worton was recruiting for his army? Well, we'll have to deal with these guys. Hey, get the peasants. Cool. Alright. They actually split up their army a little bit this time, so that's the thing. You can just defend yourselves. We're just going to do Mass Fervor. And we're going to start firing. Kill them. Fire at him. Fire at him. Fire at him. Let's see here. I want to do an ice bolt, I think. Get rid of those. Kill them. Just defend yourselves. Let's do Magic Fist to them. Fire at them. Got rid of them. And finish him. Go for it. There we go, that's done. Got few squires back, that's fine. Look at this. There's a vial of acid. Oh, what's in there? Can you get in there? Yes, you can. Go for it. There we go. Maybe we'll get the Ballista Works for this time around. Get that. Word is starting to spread throughout the land that Worton is not the true king, especially in those areas where there's no lords to squelch such rumors. The towns of Barrington have decided to join your cause. Alright, so we got ourselves in our town. That's nice. Can't really build anything here, though. Well, let's wipe out what I can over here. No, we're just gonna kill him. Kill them. Whoops. Yet again I do that. Defend yourself. Let's do an ice bolt to him. Down they go. Oh, I got rid of them. Got slowed, but whatever. Cast that. Guess we'll go with you over here. Let's keep defending. Get rid of them. Oops, I didn't kill them all. There we go. They're all dead. We'll get those wood. We'll kill the gargoyles. Yeah, why not? We'll do this. Fire! Magic Fist to these guys, I guess. Finish it. We'll get the stables, I guess. We'll get that. I have so many heroes. 6 heroes, basically. That's actually the entire army pretty much right there. We'll get those for now, I guess. Let's see if these guys just takes me over to our town for now. I announced my name and my purpose when I arrived at the gates of Paladin. Instead of being brought before Worton, I met the city's essential. It may appear fatter than the last time I had seen him, and there was quite a few more gold rings around his pudgy fingers. Yet, as I rode through the streets of Paladin, I noticed people with drawn cheeks and frightened expressions staring back at me. Worton was bleeding the people dry to fund his war against Lord Lysander, and people like Essential were profiting from it. After my brief, pointless messages with Essential, I was ushered to my own room, where I would end up waiting for 3 days. So Looking for a portal, you feel a body magically drawn to a far off place. Alright, so I am able to go here. That's good. Yep, we'll get those. Get those guys out so they don't get killed. And you guys can just water in there. Get the Aura Paladins in here if I want to. Another town was stepped forward to join a battle against the usurper. Unfortunately, Meldrin will be the last because no other community is bold enough to stand up against Worton's considerable force. You really can't blame them. Alright, so I got 3 towns. Should be interesting to see how this goes. You know what, this seems like a good stopping point for this foray. I'll see you guys next time, when we basically start to do the last scenario in earnest.